To every Democrat or Republican, I'm not Abigail Spanberger, I'm not Winston Sears, I'm not John Reed, and I'm definitely not Jason Mraz or Jay Jones or anybody running for office. If I was, I would just be as accountable or responsible for exactly how messed up things are ran here in Virginia. When you look at a street corner, a median, and you see somebody homeless holding up a sign, some saying they survived cancer and need help, or a family of five who has fallen on hard times. In Virginia, we took care of 325,000 illegals on your hard work, on your sweat, blood, and tears. Many of them that's on the street corners or in them areas or having hard times, a lot of them fall into the drug epidemic, whether it's fentanyl or whether it's anything of the above to try to cope with the conditions that they have to live in the meantime. And each time frame they call a phone number, and that phone number spends more time not asking them whether they are veterans or are they the other way, calling or asking them questions on whether they bi, single, or trans. It's almost as if you have to live in a life of sexual immorality in order to get assistance from a system that you put your hard-earned money into. When you look at that and you say to yourself, in Virginia, for example, the maximum amount on any given day here in Virginia is 7,000 homeless throughout the state. Millions and millions of dollars are spent just like it is in the school system, where they put it towards those who are making salaries $100,000 and above, and that money or assistance is going into office personnel. It's not going towards the very people who need it the most. So when you lost your home and you needed assistance, and when you lost your job and you needed real assistance, and when they tell you there was none there, ask yourself, how was they able to fund 325,000 illegals? But we still have veterans out on the street. We still have families without homes. We still have Virginians suffering. But we are able to take care of, for 4 years, the health care of people who are no longer in this country, that was in this country. And you heard them say, we don't have the funding, we don't have the resources. That was the biggest lie, because when you see your tax increase from food or from anything else go from 6% to 12%, but you're wondering why you're paying more, why your property taxes are going up, why can't you own instead of continue to pay rent? That's what is happening here in Virginia. You keep voting for it. And then you have somebody who's there to say, I'm ready to put an end to it. Anybody could say they can axe the tax, but ask them, why haven't you axed the tax while you've been in office? What has taken you 4 years later to say now all of a sudden you give me 4 more years, I'm going to decide to do the same thing? Well, I'm not Spanberger, I'm not Winston Sears, I'm not any of the rest of them that pretend to make you wish or dream, when reality is what you are voting for is the continued nightmare. I no longer believe in that dream or fantasy, so I'm going to be hit or condemned because I don't follow the same system. I plan on ending homelessness and making sure people are able to say home is home. Not paying rent, but to say I own what I have worked hard for. I plan on making sure, whether you're rich or poor, the hard-earned money that you make continues to be in your pocket to decide to do what you want to do. That's still free market and still free enterprise. It just doesn't have you having to own the business to do so. The reality is the American dream is becoming farther and farther away for ordinary Virginians and ordinary Americans across this nation. President Trump doesn't want our states relying on the federal government It's all about making sure we rely on ourselves and take care of our own. If we can't take care of our own, then why are we taking care of other countries' problems? That ends with bold leadership, not those who try to copy it. There's a such thing as original leadership, and that's exactly what I'm going to bring. My name is not Abigail Spanberger or Winston Sayers, and it's not about being a Democrat or Republican. It's about actually doing the right thing for Americans and Virginians. It's about that time. If you want that to happen, then you're going to stop voting for what is never going to happen. If it's going to happen, it should happen by now. You have a time in your life where you can say, well, I live and breathe. I'm going to make sure I make Virginia great. Now's that time. Merle Rutledge for Virginia Governor 2025. Not here to talk about what I can't do, here to talk about what can be done.
Black lives matter, white lives matter, blue lives matter. My life and my history matters, and so does yours. It's called American history, so stop the division. Today is a day that we must put political allegiance to the side and act in a manner that's in the best interest of our country. A patriot story is meant to be told, not ever erased. We are endowed by a creator, regardless of faith, to remember that he created the heavens and the earth. History is history, no matter whether you like it, find it repulsive, or offensive. The biggest mistake we make today is destroying any part of history, no matter what it is. It's what made us into a more perfect union. It's what reminds us that we can overcome and persevere. We must remember history that made us who we are, and that is the greatest nation on earth. And God bless America. Thank you.
I'm Merle Rutledge, and I approve this ad.